Markup day is today, and we're covering it fully for you, looking at what's going on within this Senate hearing, and it is going to get crazy, so stick around. Let's, of course, thank our sponsor, and that is OKX. You can do all sorts of trades now in the U.S. through OKX, available to you, where you can deposit and trade $200, you unlock another 100, faster, better, stronger than your average crypto exchange. One of the best platforms out there. Whether you're a pro trader or you're brand new and you want to start your first trade, do it on OKX. Use our link down below. It's going to get you started. It does help us out, and believe me, this is one of those platforms that I think people are going to start utilizing a lot more. So check out OKX.com. All right, let's go over to a couple of points I want to lead off with first, and this is, of course, none other than Elizabeth Warren. Take a look.
We could be preventing big banks from saddling customers with overdraft fees. But instead of that, why are we working on this? According to a survey by crypto news outlet Coindesk, just 1% of respondents rank crypto as their top concern. Look, our job is to serve the American people.
All right, well, I love how Warren always does that, and she's an expert at this, by the way, in only calling out some of the facts. Well, let's call out the rest of the facts, Senator Warren. Yes, 1% of U.S. registered voters name crypto as their top concern. However, 3% called it the single most important midterm issue. That is the 3% would sway an election. For all you Democrats, all you Republicans, 3% of your constituents will sway an election as the number one issue right there. 22% said it's an important issue, and 40% said they'd vote for a candidate that was aligned with digital assets. That's the numbers. This is crazy, and these are the kind of things, the little trickeries that Senator Warren is known for. Let's go to another clip, because this is even her going a little bit further. Take a look.
We have never had a single hearing on this bill. An amendment to help community banks. We won't even get a hearing today, much less a vote. Now, a year ago, some of you may remember, they promised we'll fix the yield issue.
It was, let me just say this very clearly, because I'm not going to go back and forth on this issue. Our bill first came out in June of last year. Since June of last year, we've added 33,000 words, 219 pages, in an effort to make this legislation as bipartisan as humanly possible. This process has been transparent, it has been hard, and it has been clear for the American people who are watching this process.
Listen, I know we've covered it a lot. I'm just looking at hearings on our channel. That's the list right there, guys. You just go through them, man, over and over and over. Hearing. All about crypto. This is all. Why can't they bring this stuff up? If this is so concerning to these senators that these regional banks are going to be dealing with this, why would they have not brought this before now? And the killer issue here is that this isn't an issue at all. It really boils down to other concerns that they've got. Some of the concerns right now is the criminality of it, according to Warren. Take a look.
Drug cartels are shifting their money laundering to crypto. The cops can't keep up.
Do I have your permission to ask Senator Warren a quick question?
15 seconds?
Yes, sir.
It'll take him that long to clear it.
Senator Warren,
Yeah.
I don't understand why this bill doesn't already accomplish the very worthy goal that you've articulated.
It's the tornado problem. Tornado, the mixer. What purpose does Tornado serve except to hide where the money came from and where the money's going to? And who needs to hide where the money came from and where the money's going to? It's the terrorists, it's the money launderers, it's Iran, it's the sanctioned entities. You're mixing up the money so that you advance money laundering.
All right, so Warren, Senator Warren, you know, really what it boils down to is privacy. That's kind of the core basis of what Tornado Cash was. And with blockchain, as you know, this is an open blockchain. Hence, privacy does not necessarily exist outside of what we've seen here recently with a handful of chains that have gone that direction. But that was the core basis of where Tornado Cash was going, was privacy. Everyone in America wants privacy around their financial transactions. That is the reason. What are you all of a sudden going to just arrest every American out there for using something to maintain privacy? That's the point we're getting at right here. And you're losing the script by a long ways. Now, let's go further into this because she's got amendment after amendment after amendment. Take a look.
We now call up Warren 66.
So Jeffrey Epstein was an early backer of crypto. Some sunlight might help prevent Wall Street and crypto companies from funding the next Jeffrey Epstein. I urge my colleagues to support Warren 66.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question?
The point of order?
Sure.
The Epstein files have nothing to do with this bill.
I look forward to you all continuing this conversation after the hearing.
All right, so you can kind of see a little bit of craziness. And granted, yes, that doesn't necessarily belong in a crypto bill. All right, so let's go into a clip here that talks, and this is really Senator Warren trying to slow everything down, including this process and what this might look like going into the next stage, which is going to the Senate floor if this gets through. Take a look.
Voice vote? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Actually, I'd like to have a recorded vote on this. I think this one's going to matter in history.
Clerk will call the roll.
All right, so there you have it, a recorded vote. I think everybody's going to love this because now everyone will know how Elizabeth Warren was on the wrong side of history, and it'll be recorded out there, just in more tactics that seem to be happening in D.C. Now, I want to go to one more clip here. This one is two Dems who mainly explain why they're going to vote yes for now and what this might look like later. Take a look.
I have voted yes to advance the bill today. My vote today is a vote to keep working in good faith. It does not mean that I'll be voting for the passage of the Clarity Act on the floor because we still have so much work to do. We also need to incorporate an ethics agreement.
I want to be clear that my vote here does not guarantee a vote on the floor. We have come close, but have not finished an agreement on ethics guardrail.
All right, so that's Senator Alsobrooks and Senator Gallego. So you guys know if you live in those areas, I'd start calling their offices right now because they are definitely on the fence. Now, the reason that they're on the fence, we'll get into in a second. However, I want to go to this right here, and that is that we've seen a massive spike. And the reason is, guys, they've passed it through. So going here on the hourly on Polymarket, holding it around 62%. This was around noon at 2 o'clock Eastern time. This has gone through the Senate, and we are seeing this moving up to almost 70% again. So movement is moving quickly. Eleanor tweets out right here saying Ruben Gallego, who just voted with the GOP counterparts to advance Clarity out of the committee, and it's done. It is out of committee now. This is boiling down to what we all know, and that is going to be the issue around ethics. And this is what we're going to be facing over the next maybe 2 weeks, is the element of what ethics line do they have to actually come up to get this across, to get enough senators on the Democratic side to come in. All right, so let's break down the chart real quick just to see what's happened now that we have Clarity coming out of the Senate Banking Committee. This is on the hourly, as you can see, people anticipating what was moving early on. Bitcoin, of course, climbing up to 81.8, almost 82. I guess it did hit just 82 as it clipped and pulled back. You've got Ethereum holding at 23, also climbing up over the week or over the morning. And then Solana moving out as well, passing $90. XRP up over 5% and continuing to climb significantly over 150. So at least early stage, this is a positive for crypto. But the point that we have to make very clear on this, guys, is this goes to the Senate next. And the key here is they need 60 votes. We are not there, and we need some very key senators to make their way into it. Now, we're going to be revealing who those players are throughout the next few days and weeks, because this will become one of the biggest, I think, crypto champion campaigns out there, is to get these senators to move. Also, Brooks, Gallegos, and Masto, those are the big three right now, but there are others to keep an eye on. We'll keep you guys updated, so stay tuned. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, and also join our free private member group. The link is in the description.